Hello, my name is Ndekazi Lungu. Thank you for joining us. The news headlines. The Ministry of Energy has reaffirmed its appeal for increased investment from private sector players and development partners in Zambia's expanding renewable energy industry. Following the commissioning of a medical oxygen production plant at Kabwe Central Hospital, Central Province Health Director Dr. Elijah Mutoloki has commended government for its dedication to improving healthcare services in the region. Members of the clergy have been urged to remain non-partisan, with warnings that aligning with political parties could jeopardize national unity and compromise the spiritual integrity of the church. Stay tuned for the details coming shortly.
The news, 88.5 Sun FM.
The Ministry of Energy has announced the formalization of a strategic partnership between Zambian firm Akira Logistics and international investor Baker Global Capital Africa for the deployment of 50 megawatts of solar power across 209 public institutions in Eastern Province. The signing ceremony held in Lusaka marked a major milestone under the Presidential Solar Initiative, championing access to clean, affordable, and reliable energy, particularly in underserved areas. The initiative targets the addition of 1,000 megawatts of solar energy to the national grid by 2025. Speaking at the event, Minister of Energy Makozo Chikote said the agreement reflected the government's strong commitment to delivering practical results in the energy sector. He noted that the solar installations would benefit essential public institutions, including schools and hospitals, enhancing service delivery and improving the quality of life for communities in Eastern Province. Mr. Chikote emphasized that the partnership between a local Zambian company and a global financial institution was a clear sign of growing investor confidence in Zambia's economy.
We have been given directives to make sure that we respond to the immediate solutions to the power deficit that we are facing as a country. And from the presidential directives, you as our private players have responded correctly to the call. Our first target in terms of approaching measures that we have proposed is to make sure that public institutions must go solar.
And Baker Global Capital Africa founder and principal officer Mr. Douglas Baker said his firm was proud to be contributing to long-term solutions for Zambia's electricity deficit. While Akira Logistics Chief Executive Officer Chola Katai thanked government for its continued support to local investors, saying the enabling policy environment had made it possible for Zambian businesses to participate meaningfully in national development. Following the commissioning of a medical oxygen production plant at Kabwe Central Hospital, Central Province Healthcare Services in the region, Dr. Mutoloki highlighted that the newly installed facility would significantly cut operational costs associated with oxygen procurement while enhancing the quality of care. He explained that the hospital previously spent approximately 500 kwacha per cylinder, with an average daily consumption of 20 cylinders, resulting in a monthly expenditure of around 10,150 kwacha, placing a substantial financial burden on the institution. Dr. Mutoloki expressed confidence that the new oxygen plant would not only reduce costs but also ensure a steady supply of oxygen, which is essential for emergency care, surgical procedures, and the treatment.
The newly installed medical oxygen production plant at Kabwe Central Hospital in Central Province. The commissioning marks a significant milestone in government's efforts to strengthen healthcare delivery and improve emergency response capabilities, particularly in oxygen-dependent medical care conditions. Speaking during the event, the minister underscored the plant's role in ensuring a reliable, cost-effective oxygen supply for Cabo Central Hospital and surrounding health facilities.
By the new Dawn government, under the visionary leadership of Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, the President of the Republic of Zambia, access to medical oxygen has become increasingly vital, especially in critical care settings.
Central Province Provincial Health Director Dr. Elijah Mutoloki said the newly installed facility would significantly reduce operational costs related to oxygen procurement and contribute to improved quality of care. He noted that the hospital previously procured oxygen at approximately 500 kwacha per cylinder, with an average daily usage of 20 cylinders.
Cabo Central Hospital alone has been using an average of 20 cylinders per day, giving a total daily cost of approximately 10,000 and 150,000 monthly cost.
Meanwhile, Central Province Member of Parliament Chrysosta Piri described the development as a timely intervention, particularly in light of recurring respiratory illnesses in the country.
Indeed, this plant and the oxygen that is going to be produced here is going to enhance safety delivery.
And Cabo Municipal Council Mayor Patrick Chishala and UNOX representative Sharon Lewis were in attendance.
The management of this facility will ensure that maintenance and everything else that goes with making sure that it is top-notch is put in place.
Facility and this infrastructure, it's a milestone in our collective efforts to strengthen Zambia's healthcare system.
The move is expected to reduce dependency on distant suppliers and cut turnaround time for critical patients in the need of oxygen therapy. The facility is part of a broader government strategy to decentralize healthcare infrastructure and improve resilience within the public health system. Reporting for Sun FM TV News, I'm Mama Shanshima, Central Province.
We take a break. The news continues shortly after. Stay with us.
Win namamuli 1 million na ABSA. Play your cards right, Muntu Andi, and you could win big. Simply tap or swipe any of your ABSA cards 5 times in a month, and you could be one of 10 lucky winners to take home a cheap 10-pin in monthly prizes or walk away with a grand prize of 250,000 kwacha. Chaliroku, and you cannot afford to not get lucky. Use your ABSA card to enter the draw. Terms and conditions apply. Your story matters. ABSA.
Church leaders have been urged to remain non-partisan, with warnings that aligning with political parties could jeopardize national unity and compromise the spiritual integrity of the church. Speaking at a media briefing in Lusaka, Bishop Dr. Creve Nyambe of the World Encounter Global Bible Ministries expressed concern over instances where churches openly endorse political figures in past elections, a trend he described as detrimental to both the church and the nation. Bishop Nyambe called on the clergy to uphold neutrality and inclusivity, ensuring they minister to all congregants regardless of political affiliation. He emphasized the importance of a respectful relationship with his voice risks failing in its leadership mandate. Reflecting on the passing of former President Edgar Lungu, Bishop Nyambe described the loss as a divine call for national unity. He noted that Mr. Lungu's return to active politics before his death may have contributed to heightened political tensions ahead of the 2026 national reconciliation.
To say he wants us not to be divided. He wants us to be a people that should have one voice. Why do I say so? It's because, to me, those who advised our late president to take a